You know that feeling, right? That sinking feeling when someone's opinion just hits you like a ton of bricks? But why? Why does it sting so much? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into the surprising ancient reason for this feeling and, more importantly, figure out how to take back control.
Seriously, what is the deal? How can one tiny comment from a coworker or even a funny look from a total stranger just completely throw off our entire day? Let's get into the why behind this superhuman thing we all go through.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You're having a great day, everything's going fine, and then bam, someone makes this little offhand comment, and suddenly, that's it. It's all you can think about. It just plays on a loop in your head for hours. Or what about this one? You share an idea you're really excited about, and you just get a skeptical look. That feeling of instant deflation, it is so powerful and so frustrating. But it turns out there's actually a really good reason our brains react this way. And listen, the answer is not that you're weak or too sensitive. The truth? It's literally hardwired into your brain. To really get it, we've got to go way, way back in time and look at our brain's ancient alarm system. Think about it. For our ancient ancestors, fitting in with the group, well, that wasn't just nice to have, it was a life or death situation. Being accepted meant you had food, you had shelter, you had protection. But being rejected, that basically meant you were on your own, and that was almost a guaranteed death sentence. So here's the kicker. Our brains haven't really gotten the memo that we're not living in caves anymore. So that disapproving look, that negative comment, it triggers the exact same alarm bells in your brain as a real life-threatening danger. You know that pit you get in your stomach? Yeah, that's your ancient survival instinct just going into total overdrive. Okay, so now that we get why this happens, we can start to tackle the how. How do we deal with it? And here's the twist, because this is really important. The goal is not to stop caring. The real problem is something a lot more subtle, and it's something we can actually change. You know, we spend so much time beating ourselves up for being too sensitive, but that's not really the issue. The real danger zone, the thing we need to watch out for, is when we let someone else's opinion completely replace our own. It's that moment their judgment becomes our truth. So, the big question, how do we fix this? Well, it all boils down to one incredibly powerful shift in how you think about it. It's about asking a different question that puts you back in the driver's seat. This isn't about growing thicker skin. It's about building a rock-solid core of self-respect. For most of our lives, right, we've been asking the wrong question. We've been asking, do they approve of me? We're basically handing over our self-worth for someone else to decide. The real game changer is to start asking a new question. Do I approve of how I showed up? Think about it. Did I act with integrity? Was I kind? Did I give it my best shot? This simple switch takes the power away from something you can't control, what's in their head, and puts it right back where it belongs on the one thing you can control, which is your own actions. And that, right there, is the ultimate goal. When you practice answering your own question over and over again, you build up this muscle of self-respect. It becomes your anchor, no matter what storm of opinions is swirling around you. Look, the fear of judgment might not vanish into thin air, but it won't have the power to steer your ship anymore. You'll actually feel its grip finally start to loosen. So there you have it, a whole new way to think about the power of other people's opinions. These insights come from the folks over at Clarity Club. Thanks so much for tuning in.